So that was Tiger Woods after finishing his first tournament in over 15 months. He had the same swing teacher with Chris Como, but there were some differences, and we're going to get to that, and you want to search on demand because we're going to break it down twofold. But first, I want to give you a full arc of Tiger Woods' swing because when I covered him from the full Hank Haney era and the Sean Foley era and went to all but about 10 of his events during 2005 to 2014, the main question I would get was, why did he ever change from the Butch Harmon swing in 2000? Well, we're going to talk about that. Before we do, 97, he had a swing where he won the Masters, and he was very long, which then led to his first swing change with Butch Harmon, who he took on when he was 17 because Earl Woods didn't want anybody to criticize it. Let's roll the video because we're going to show you a swing example of all four of Tiger's swings when they really hit fruition. Notice the gap between Tiger and the golf ball, particularly in 2000, similar in 15. The Haney and Foley eras, you notice he's a lot closer to the ball. And we're going to show you each rip, and I'll explain a little bit more. Let's go to 2000. And 2000 was the most flowing swing he had. You can see how far he took it back, how long it was, full extension as far out as he could, down the target line, which was sort of one of his hallmarks forever. This is a part of the PGAtour.com via CBS and Peter Costas' breakdown. Now, this is during Hank Haney. This is in the heart of when he won 6 majors with Haney and won 41% of his events. Notice that there's less of a flow and body is dictating all of it. And ironically, because he was such a savant, I think that his talent was almost limited. Now, here with Foley, much quicker, much shorter of a swing, and the lower body has much more of an impact. Notice how much quicker it is. We compare it back to 2000, and watch where this is synced in terms of timing. At impact in 13 compared to where he is in 2000, he's barely started his downswing. He is a savant. This was what we wanted to see from him, and why people were like, why can't he go back to that? So, Chris Como, about 3 or 4 months into him finally getting his pupil healthy, this is him at Phoenix, about 2 years ago, about 21 months ago, and you could already start seeing more of what we grew to love. You can notice the gap between 2000 from ball to feet, and his arms were able to rest a lot more naturally, and he was able to, I think, to get the ball to the club into a motion that was a lot more rhythmic. He was always a field player from chipping to putting, and even with the full swing.